mug, man. I had jet lag like a mug, like for real. Like I was knocked out this morning. Like out. Like I was out. Like, you know what I'm talking about? Them layovers is what be getting you, boy, man. Like I can do all the traveling in the world, but I'm gonna tell y'all right now, them layovers be kicking me in the head, man. Because when you gotta go to a whole nother state and just sit there and wait for another airplane, man, and you be in that other time zone, that must be tearing me up, man. So I apologize for being late. You know what I'm saying? I apologize, but don't trip. It's Friday. You about to get off work anyway, so you ain't tripping. You was probably late to work today anyway, your damn self. So how you gonna look at me all mad? You know what I'm talking about? Hey, come on, man. Come on. I ain't don't Antoine Woods me, baby. Don't send me home early, man. I promise I'll give you a good show. You know what I'm talking about? But hey, I'm just playing with y'all. But yo, let's go ahead and get some shares out there. Let's go ahead and get some shares. Shares just simply let your boy West Coast know you care. What up with you guys on IG? What up with you? Miguel, what's up with you? Keelers, what says Cowboys? We in this piece. What up with you? What's up with you guys? Crace on them tree. What's up with you? Everybody on a little Chris. What up with you? Privy. What up with you? I gotta get another selfie stick holder for the other phone. Miss Darlene, how you doing over there? Hey man, if you're on Facebook, make sure you say hi or something so I can see your comments. I got literally 3 phones that I'm working here, man. What up with you? What up with you, Andrew? I see you, OG. What up with you, sir? Drop your order of jerseys in the mail on Wednesday. I think it was Wednesday. Trace Baker, what's up with you, man? I see you. What's up, Marcy? How you doing, Nikki? How you doing? If you say so, what's up with you, man? Your order is going to be here on Monday, so I'll ship it. It'll be here Monday around 3, so I'll send it out as soon as I get to the house, and I'll get that over to you. Dang, I just dropped my phone. Sorry about that. All right, so let's get to some of these people in this comment. Andre says, thanks, brother. Tyrone says, hey, what's up? Hey, Terry Brown says, what's up, West Coast? What's up with you? Brandon, what's up with you? Andrew, what's up with you? Keith, what's up with you? Shay, what's up with you? Raymond, Miss Shay, I apologize. I just saw I had 2 phones going, and my regular phone that I was not logged in, so I didn't see your text message till late about, if that was you, I apologize. I didn't see your text message until late about about Too Tall Jones event. But like I said, I got my event tomorrow with Jalen Smith, which is going to be absolutely lit. So if you want to come out to that, I got you. I'll take care of you on that. Give you guys a nice discount and get you guys in so you can see your favorite Cowboy, man. What up with you, Sam? Baltimore, what up with you? Alex, what's up with you? Traybone, Tripping, what's up with you guys? So yo, man, we're going to talk about a couple subjects as I wait for you guys to get up in here and share. Let me keep on sharing. Follow us back. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I'm trying to get my account verified, so I don't want anybody to think that I don't share back, but I'm trying to get my account verified. Why? Because I understand that once my Instagram gets verified, doing business with players is going to be a whole lot, it's going to be a lot easier. So in order to do that, you got to keep your ratios right, so that I'm going to be honest with you guys, on my Facebook, on my Instagram, on my Dallas Cowboy Instagram, I only follow Dallas Cowboy players and Dallas Cowboy events. Why? Because that helps with the cut down on seeing like 50,000 pictures. And it also helps me with get the most accurate information the quickest. So if you want to go, I'll put my personal IG on there so you can follow my personal IG. I'll follow you back. I ain't tripping. But just on my Facebook, on my business profile, on that one, on the West Coast Cowboy, I only follow like Dallas Cowboy players or management, just so it can, I can always get that up to date information as quickly as possible. Caesar, what's up with you? Says, what's up from El Paso? What's up with you, man? Too. Hey, man, shout out El Paso Strong, man. I'm going to be with a couple of you guys this weekend. If you're in El Paso, then you should already know my sponsor, who is Cowboys Packages. They are the elite package. I've been rocking with them this year, man. They didn't put me in so many great places, and I'm going to be honest with you, they could put you guys in some great places, too, if you want to be involved with that. Make sure you inbox your boy West Coast. We have a great event that's happening tomorrow. Aloha from Hawaii. We have a great event that's happening tomorrow at 3 p.m. Actually starts at 3:30. 3:30, we're going to have Jalen Smith and Antoine Woods in the building. So make sure you guys come out. It's going to be dope. It's normally $65 to get in, but we have a special pricing for this weekend. You can use my code WestCoast25, and you actually get $25 off the ticket. So you literally up in this piece for $40. $40. I'm going to tell y'all right now, there's a whole lot of stuff, irresponsible stuff you can go do with $40. Or you can put that $40 with West Coast and come out and see your Cowboys. You know what I'm saying? What's up, Kendrick from Italy? You need to go holler. You need to go say hi, what's up to Joe Trentina because he in Italy too. So let's go ahead and let's get to what we came to talk about real quick. If you guys see that I'm live, can you guys do me a huge favor? If you see that I'm physically live, on live, do not inbox me. Because when you inbox me, it pauses the entire show. So if you want to ask me a question, just put it in the comment box and I got you. All right. All right. So, let's go ahead and start with this first. We're going to talk about some house. We've been talking about these Minnesota Vikings real tough. We can talk about that for first, and then we can do some house cleaning after that. All right, so this is my plan of attack for the Minnesota Vikings. This is my plan of attack for the Minnesota Vikings. First off, going at the Minnesota Vikings. I think we need to look at the Minnesota Vikings the exact same way we looked at the Philadelphia Eagles. We looked at them as a team that could do a really good job of stopping the run, who can play the middle very well. I'm going to be honest with you, if I'm looking at the Minnesota Vikings defense, and I'm going to tell you guys, a lot of the stuff that I'm getting from you guys, I'm going to tell you guys about the Minnesota Viking is a regurgitation from my buddy, SK, who is a blogger for the Minnesota Vikings. So this is all the information he told me. I straight up asked him, like, bro, what is the strength of your defense? You know what he told me? Our defensive tackles, our defensive line, and our linebackers. I said, well, what's the weakness then? He said, corners and our safeties. Xavier Woods is a liability. You know what I'm saying? I said, what? He said, yeah, man, don't look at the money. You guys were on the show with me. He said, don't look at the money, look at the player. I looked at a couple, and I actually, this past week, and because me and him, we were supposed to do some big shows leading up, so we did a lot of film work for this Minnesota game because he was actually supposed to come with me. But my boy SK had a baby, and kids come first, so he couldn't come. But he did give me all the secrets to beating his team. And that's so nice of him. But and he told me straight up, he was like, West Coast, I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. The strength of our team is our defensive line and our linebackers. So you know what I said? I said, well, I know one thing. I sure don't want to be running at the strength of your defense. So as much as I want to run the ball in this game, honestly, from what I got from my buddy SK and from the interview we did with him the other day on the live on Wednesday, and I'm throwing the ball on these boys. I'm trying to throw the ball on these boys. I'm trying to open up this field, lead like my boy, Boss Cowboy always says. I'm trying to lead with the pass and end you off with that run. Why? Because the biggest liability on this Minnesota is their cornerbacks. You know what I'm saying? Their cornerbacks have a hard time staying in front of them. Xavier Woods is a guy who was really, really good in the past, but I'm going to be honest with you. He is not the same cornerback as of today. You know what I'm saying? And those back-end safeties, are giving up yards. You know what I'm saying? Now, so with that, I want to see the Dallas Cowboys come out there and lead with the pass. I want to see them get out there and throw that ball to Dak Prescott. Throw that ball. It's been reported that Amari Cooper should be playing in this game. So, we should definitely have no drop-off in him. But at the same time, Amari Cooper's been a little dinged up. Now, I wanted to kind of talk about this a little bit, this Amari Cooper. I wanted to talk about this Amari Cooper because I think that Amari Cooper is going to be a major way on how we beat these Minnesota Vikings. But at the same time, man, this is something I got to say about Amari Cooper, right? Amari Cooper has, in my opinion, did everything that he can do to get himself paid. You know what I'm saying? Amari Cooper, and another thing, you guys, this injury that he has with his foot this is something we're going to be dealing with the entire year. You know what I'm saying? Like, the only way that you can fix your foot or your feet is to stay off of them. Like, that's the only way you can, if you ever, and let's just be real, anybody who has ever messed up a knee, a heel, and honestly, guys, I know this time it's just a bruised knee. But guess what? That knee is connected to your heel. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's not really that it's just a bruised knee. It's really his whole leg. You know what I'm saying? Because what it really seems like is like Amari Cooper is overcompensating. Like, have you ever had like a tooth over here hurting? And you be like, I can't chew over there. So I'm going to chew on this side. And you start chewing on this side, you eating. And then a week later, now this tooth starts hurting. Why? Because you've taken all that pressure from this side and put it on this other side. Now this other side of your mouth is not used to having all that extra pressure. Your mouth is used to having food evenly dispersed in your mouth. You know what I'm saying? That's why you have teeth on both sides. And that's what I think is kind of happening with Amari Cooper. He's favoring one side because one side is a little hurt, and then guess what? Now that side's hurt. You know what I'm saying? Why? Because you're overutilizing something that shouldn't be overutilized. Why? Because your legs are used to what? 2 feet. You know what I'm saying? So my boy Big James had made a statement yesterday, and I 100% agree with it. And it's this, man. Amari Cooper's legs and feet are not gonna be 100% until he's able to 100% get off of them, and he won't be able to 100% get off of his feet until the end of the season. So I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I am this thing about Amari Cooper's legs, his feet, his little toesy woesies. I'm going to tell you guys, that's going to be something we're going to deal with all entire year. You know what I'm saying? It's just going to be the severity of what you're dealing with. But I'm going to keep it real with y'all. His feet, that's going to be something we're going to deal with all year. Because you can't get off of them. How can you ever allow yourself, or how could you ever allow your feet to rest if you can't get off of them? You can't. It's impossible. So really, the only thing that he really does is it heals and then he re-aggravates it. That's all he's really doing. If it does heal from 1 week, by the end of that game, guess what? It's back where it was. Why? Because you're not off of your actual feet. You know what I'm saying? So I'm under the impression that the Dallas Cowboys need to go looking at this season, or not even this season, well, the regular season, that you're going to have Amari Cooper at about 80%. 80 to 90%. I don't think you're ever going to get a 100% Amari Cooper until he's able to get off his feet. Now, hopefully the Dallas Cowboys, we can win out the rest of this season, get ourselves in a good position. Then guess what? We might be able to get another bye at the end of the season in the form of what? A first round bye. Now, I'm not saying it's possible, and I'm not for sure saying it's not possible either. But what I'm saying is there is another opportunity that we could get him some time off. You know what I'm saying? And we might be able to do it, because you got to say it like this, man. Come November, it's about to get ugly with this schedule, because there are going to be times where we play I think there's going to be a time in November where we play 3 games in 18 days. Because remember, we play our Thursday night game and we play on Thanksgiving, then you backdoor it with a Sunday game. You know what I'm saying? So the Dallas Cowboys, that's why I was like, man, for this for this past game that just went up, this Giants game, I was almost kind of hoping that the Dallas Cowboys didn't play him, because honestly, that's really your only rest game that you're gonna get. You know what I'm saying? And coming out the bye, it just made sense. You could have gave a kid almost 2.5 weeks to get off that foot, almost 3. You know what I'm saying? But the bad thing about Cooper is Cooper hasn't gotten paid yet, so Cooper's in a position where he almost has to play. And it's it's good. That's a good thing for the Dallas Cowboys, I guess, right now. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, it doesn't give him the power to be yo, I need to sit on this foot. I need to chill for a minute so that I can get this taken care of. Because you guys remember, Jerry Jones made the statement that, one of the most important things for Dallas Cowboys when they're writing contracts is that first year availability. You know what I'm saying? They don't like giving contracts to people who like to get surgeries or who have to go, who are injured. They don't like doing it. You know what I'm saying? They what do they tell D-Law? We're not getting you a contract until you have that surgery. What did they tell Byron Jones? They told Byron Jones the most important year of a contract is what? That first year. What did Byron Jones did? He had that little surgery in the offseason and he came back early. Remember? Byron Jones wasn't even expected to be back until week 1. Guess what he did? Because he hadn't got paid. He brought his narrow tail to work. Why? Because he know he had to play. You know what I'm saying? Now, he's played fairly well, but what I'm saying is it's a totally difference when you're playing an explosive position like wide receiver and you're our number one. You know what I'm saying? Versus a corner where we can kind of bring you in and bring you out. We can shield you at corner. But, bro, ain't no shielding at wide receiver. You either got it or you don't. You know what I'm saying? So, in my opinion, man, I hate it for Cooper, man, because he's in a weird position right now, man. I'm going to be honest with you, Cooper is in a weird position right now. He's in a position and think about this, even if the Cowboys say, we're not going to pay you, right? He still has to play. Why? Because he wants to get signed by somebody, right? Well, if you want to get signed by somebody, you got to play. You know what I'm saying? So it's I actually wish that the Dallas Cowboys, since we're on the conversation of contracts, let's pause for a minute. Let's talk about Dak Prescott's contract for a minute. Trent says this is coming all game. We'll put the Cowboys to the test. I see you, man. My boy says Fox 1 needs a new host. Chris Carter just got pink slipped. hey, man, I appreciate you, man. I have to put my resume. I'm about to go on Indeed and drop my resume in there. I'm going to say hi to everybody on here. Hey, I need everybody on the count of 3. We're going to do a 1, 2, 3 share on the count of 3. And hey, man, some of y'all some of y'all love your boy when I'm talking, but you don't love me enough to share my content. And I don't see how that works out, man. We'll be having 58 people on here, and then we have like 13 shares, man. I'd be like, God dang, man, like, you know what I'm talking about? Like, hook the boy up, man, Gee. And you ain't even got to share it to a group, because I know some of y'all be getting hated on group. It be real Cowboy groups that will block my videos. I don't know why they do that, but they'll do that. You know what I'm saying? So I get it. So don't even trip on the Cowboy groups. Share my content with another Cowboy fan who you know gonna watch it. You know what I'm saying? I can care less about my videos sitting in a group, nobody watching it. Share my content with someone you think is gonna watch it. You know what I'm saying? And for that, I appreciate you. Efren says, let's look at some comments. Efren says, I think Coop has proved himself already. I'm going to be honest with you, bro. I 100% agree with you, bro. Like, he's already played in 16 games, 17 games now. At the 16-game mark, he was like 1,400 yards, which would have put him at 9th. He was at like 11 touchdowns, which would have put him at 5th if he plays the whole season. Like, Cooper has already shown enough. And more than anything, you got to remember like this. He's not trying to show you that he was good enough for you to sign him. What he's trying to show you is that was he good enough to give up your first round pick? And if you say yes, you have to sign him, because you got to think, if you would have just drafted someone right now, they would be under contract for the next 4 years. So I don't see why Cooper has to prove himself this year that he's going to be good. No, he proved it last year in them 8 games. You're going to tell me that the Dallas Cowboys went in here thinking that they were only going to trade Amari Cooper for 25 games and then make him prove himself? That is phenomenally dumb. Why? Because the NFL has already showed you that other teams will overpay your players and bring them on your team. So if you guys honestly think that Amari Cooper is not looking at this situation and being like, well, damn, Zeke had to hold out. He was already on the team. Okay. Because remember, Amari Cooper can't really hold out next year because he's a free agent. You can only hold out while you're on a team with a contract. What's going to happen with Amari Cooper next year, including Dak Prescott? They're going to be what's called a free agent. I know it's French, but it's pronounced the Greek. When you see this word, it's pronounced frère agent. You know what I'm saying? But the French, it's more fraîche agent. You know what I'm saying? Fresh agent. You know what I'm saying? If you don't know what a fresh agent is, I just say it in English. He's going to be a free agent. Now, if you go look up fresh agent in the French dictionary, it says he who is able to pick the team that he wants to play for. If you go look in the American dictionary, it say any player who is able to pick whatever player he want to go to. You go look in the Mexican dictionary, the Mexico from Spanish, it says El Toro, play for whoever the hell I want to play for. That's what a free agent is. And that's what Dak Prescott and Amari Cooper are going to be next year. Now, I want you guys to think about Jerry Jones, Stephen Jones, right? You have Dak Prescott as a free agent, Amari Cooper as a free agent. 2, I would think next year, what available quarterbacks are going to be available next year? Cam Newton? Okay, so we agree there's no quarterbacks that are going to be available next year. There's no real quarterbacks that are going to be able, like, everybody's already signed. So, if Dak is the only real quarterback that's available next year, that means that Dak will probably be the number 1 quarterback in all free agency. All right. Now, let's think about what wide receivers are going to be available next year. Because Julio getting resigned. Thielen got paid. Diggs got paid. Odell Beckham got paid. AB is going to be available. So basically what you're saying, West Coast, is Amari Cooper will also be the best wide receiver available next year in all of French Asian. You know what I'm saying? Because remember, it's French. French Asian. You know what I'm saying? So in next year, in the Fresh Asian, let me say it in Spanish. In free agency, you're going to have your quarterback as the number one available quarterback and your wide receiver as the under one available quarterback. So can I ask you guys a question? If all these other teams are looking at Cooper and they're looking at Dak and they're saying, damn, they're the best, you don't think they're going to be interested in these guys like us? And like Travis says, Cam Newton is overrated. I ridiculously agree, but at the same time, Cam is going to get a cheap deal somewhere. So I want to know. Because I think a lot of times we think that people say, oh, well, we could just give him a franchise tag. Well, we can give him a franchise tag, but have you guys noticed, Jadeveon Clowney, a lot of these guys don't like signing franchise tag. DeMarcus Lawrence, yeah, they don't like signing franchise tags. I know everybody be like, you can just I'll just franchise tag his ass. That's what they be like. I love when people are like, I'll just franchise tag him. Well, what you guys don't remember about a franchise tag, it's a contract. And yes, I can give it, but you still got to sign it. So what if we give that franchise tag to one Dak Prescott and he's like, I'm not signing that. Why? Because the franchise tag is $32.8 million. Wentz makes 33. Why would I sign for something less than what this guy's gotten? And I didn't beat this guy 4 times in a row. Why? Why would Dak do that? That makes no sense. That's why I had a conversation this morning, man. I had a conversation this morning with a few of my scouts, man, in the scout chat box, man. We were just talking about contracts, talking about these other guys, these quarterbacks that are getting paid, man. And I'm going to be honest with you, man. I know there's a huge article that's going out right now, and I'm going to do a video on it, but I'm going to give you guys a little insights on this video right now. And I'm not going to call my quarterback a dummy. I'm not going to do that. But Dak Prescott's a dummy, man. I'm sorry. He playing dumb right now. There's an article out right now that says that Dak Prescott is okay with waiting because he wants to get the max deal. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. My quarterback really ain't dumb. I just said that to get y'all thoughts real quick. But he's making a statement that he's okay with waiting to get paid because he has no choice. Dak ain't betting on himself. Dak ain't betting on himself. That is the dumbest. Like, I know people say that Dak is betting on himself. No, he's not. Dak is taking what's given to him. And that is, they're not offering you $34 million. Like, if they were offering Dak $34 million, he would take it. How are you betting on yourself if you're taking less money? That doesn't make any sense. And then my question is this. Wasn't Dak already betting on himself these last 3 years? When he played his rookie season for like $400K, then he played his next season for like $500K, then he played his third season for like $700K. Wasn't he betting on himself then? Who was our backup quarterbacks then? Cooper Rush. Like, I don't like for all the people that say Dak is betting on himself. No, he's not. He ain't betting on himself. What Dak is doing what he got to do because Jerry's not offering him more money. Now, betting on yourself is when Jerry comes to you and he offers you a deal that is at market. If Jerry came to Dak and said, I want to give you $35 million right now, a year, and Dak said, no, I'm worth 40, I'll play out this season, and he then plays, that's betting on yourself. When Jerry comes to you and he says that I'm going to offer you $30 million a year, which is less than all the other quarterbacks have gotten paid, making you the least paid quarterback in your division outside of the rookies. Remember that. There are backups in the NFL right now. Teddy Bridgewater makes more money than Dak Prescott right now. And if Drew Brees doesn't go down, he doesn't even play. They gave Teddy Bridgewater $6 million to be their backup quarterback. That was before they even knew Brees was going to go down. Brees was going to go down. Travis, there was an offer. They offered him $30 million. Come on, y'all. Some of this stuff y'all should know from training camp. Like we did this where I did a really good job of keeping y'all updated. But yeah, they offered Dak Prescott $30 million. Now, we know for a fact that Dak doesn't want 40, because remember, Dak came out and said that he doesn't want $40 million. He never asked for $40 million. So what if he said he never asked for 40, and we know they haven't offered him 34, 35? Why? Because if they would have taken it. How could they have offered him something market? They haven't. Dak is not going to sign for anything that is less than market price. So he's not technically betting on himself. What he's doing is saying, no, I'm not going to let you bend me over and screw me. That's what he's saying. Like, that's what Dak Prescott's saying. Dak Prescott's saying, no, I'm not going to let you screw me. Why? Because I know the salary cap is $32.9 million next year. So that means, not the salary cap, the franchise tag is $32.9 million. So if I just wait and don't get paid this year, by natural occurrence, you're going to have to give me 32.8 next year just to franchise tag me. So if I know for a fact that you're going to have to give me 32.8 just to keep me on this roster next year, why would I sign for $30 million? And a better question, why would Jerry Jones offer you $30 million knowing that the franchise tag next year is 32.8? Explain that to me, guys. Explain that to me. How is that betting on yourself? No, that's you getting lowballed. That's like your job coming into you and saying, hey, you make $10 an hour right now, minimum wage, right? Well, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to pay you $12 an hour on a 5-year contract, and that's where you'll stay for the next 5 years. That sounds good, right? You're making $2 more than minimum wage, right? Yeah. You'll be like, yeah, yes, I'm getting $2 more than minimum wage. Yes. And then you're looking in your handbook. You're looking in your EOD handbook, and you're like, wait, time out. So you're telling me that the state of Texas is raising the minimum wage to 13 next year, regardless? You're going to look at your boss and be like, bro, why would I sign a deal for $12 an hour and the state is going to raise the minimum wage to 13 next year? Like, that doesn't make no sense. Why don't I just wait till next year and just get the $13 that you're going to have to give me to just keep me? And you'd be like, nah, I'm cool. Thanks for the raise, but no thanks. I'll just wait. Are you going to look at yourself and say, you're betting on yourself? No, you're not letting yourself get screwed. That's what you're doing. You're not betting on yourself. You're not betting on yourself. You're being smart, and you're saying, no, Jerry, I'm not going to let you screw me. Why? Because next year, you're either going to have to give me $32.8 million or you're going to have to let me go into free agency. And I'm going to tell you guys right now, you can love or hate Dak all you want, but I'm going to promise you this. If Dak goes into free agency next year, Miami, let's think of some teams. Who else some teams? Maybe even, there's a team, Miami, Tampa Bay. Who else some teams that might be interested in one Dak Prescott? You know what I'm saying? Put some teams up there. I just gave you 2 right now. The Dallas Cowboys, that's 3. That's 3 teams right there. 3 teams that might be interested in your quarterback next year. 3 already. Miami, Tampa Bay, Dallas Cowboys. Cincinnati, that's 4. Come on. That's 4. That's 4 right there. That's 4 teams right there. For a quarterback, man, that's a lot. Somebody said Falcons. Hey, you never know. And I'm going to tell you guys, every year there's one team that moves on from the quarterback that you never know of. Pittsburgh, not so much, because they just gave Ben Roethlisberger a contract extension. Nobody really knew about it. Want to know why? Because he was hurt. The Bears, ooh, and think about this. We play the Bears this year. My boy says Miami, Tampa Bay, Panthers, Redskins, Chicago, and don't forget the Dallas Cowboys, because we won't have a quarterback. So theoretically, that's 6 teams right now that should be interested in Dak right now. Cleveland, you never know. He might have said Eagles. Well, let's just say realistic teams, right? Realistic teams. And guess what? You can throw the LA Chargers in there and Phillip Rivers retires. So that's like 6 teams, including your team. You guys want to play that? You want to play that game? You don't think that? My thing is this: out of 6 teams, you don't think one team is going to be like, "Look, Dak, we traded for Josh Rosen. I know he's better than Josh Rosen." And think about this. Dak Prescott, think about this from a business standpoint. Dak Prescott is probably the most marketable individual in the entire NFL. So can I ask you a question? How does Dak Prescott go to Miami, and guess what else he does? He takes those endorsements with him. So guess what? All them jersey sales that Dak is selling, those go with him. I'm going to tell you guys right now. And Miami got a black head coach. Now, I know it ain't racial, but it is. I'm just keeping it 100. Bruh, teams like that, like a team like Tampa Bay, who's coming from Jameis Winston. Hey, and throw in, hey, I'm going to tell you, hey, it's 7 teams. Tennessee Titans. Tennessee Titans. Forgot all about them, huh? Why wouldn't the Tennessee Titans be interested in Dak Prescott? Why wouldn't the Tennessee... And my thing is this. Everybody thinks that you can just give Dak a franchise tag. No, bro, it's not how it works. He has to agree to that franchise tag. So if Dak knows that 5 to 7 teams are interested and want to overly pay him, why wouldn't Dak be like, salute to you, brother? The Jaguars, oh, damn. So we got Jags, we got Miami, we got Chicago, we got Cincinnati, we got Tampa Bay, the Bears, and the Dallas Cowboys. That's 7 different teams. And everybody can't get to it. Oh, my God. Hey, y'all stop putting names in there. Now my boy just dropped the Colts in there. Oh, my God. Wow. Stop treating your quarterback like he's an ugly girl at the dance and like he's an ugly girl at school and can't get a dance, can't get a date to the dance. I'm telling y'all, I keep telling y'all this. You keep treating, oh my God, Denver. Hey, man, I'm about to stop the feed, man, because y'all's doing too much now. I said 5 teams. Y'all damn near up to 9. Y'all almost on the 2 hands now. I forgot all about Denver and Joe Flacco. Like, this is not good, man. This is not good. Gerson says Dak doesn't want to leave, bro. He just bought it. Man, don't nobody give a damn about that. Like, come on, man. You know what millionaires do? They buy a house in Dallas, and then they buy a house somewhere else. Then they buy a house over here. Only regular folks like us are the ones tripping and thinking that, oh, he bought a house, so he's too afraid to move. Man, if you don't knock it off, Earl Thomas bought a house in Austin and then moved 2 weeks later to Baltimore. Like, come on, man. Like, come on, bro. And Gerson, I know you. Hey, Gerson, I'm just playing with. Hey, you know we aggressive on this feed. Ain't nothing against you, baby. Gray says Dak will always be a Dallas Cowboy. How do you know that? Like, I love to think like that as a fan, but the problem with me is this is all I do for a living. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, part of me paying my mortgage is being accurate and being as close to the truth as possible. So if you had to pay your mortgage on this, would you be like, Dak's going to be a... No, how do you know that? Like, how do you know that? Like, how do you know that? Like, the days of just assuming that somebody is going to do something because they want to be a Dallas Cowboys, that is over with. Like, that is over with. Like, have you ever heard of Instagram? It's this amazing tool. Have you ever heard of Facebook? It's this amazing tool. Have you ever heard of Twitter? Like, they only let you type like 149 words, but it's still an amazing tool. If you can get it popping on Instagram, Twitter, and all these other social media, man, you ain't got to stay in Dallas to be popping. Like, and think about this. The only people in Dallas that even have endorsements, really, is like Dak. That's it. Zeke has no endorsements. Amari Cooper has no endorsements. Really? DeMarcus Lawrence really has no endorsements. Jalen Smith got his own brand. But bruh, like, all these majorly endorsed players are they in other teams. I would think the Cleveland, if you look at everybody on their team, Cleveland Browns have the most endorsements of anybody, I would think. Because look at the players they have. Like you don't have to be in, like, I know 20, 30 years ago, before the internet existed, like, LA was like the major place to be. Dallas was the major place to be. And then New York was the major place to be. Why? Because those are major news network hubs. Bro, you got what's called the internet. Like, did y'all know? Like, I got it cracking off of not knowing nobody. Like, literally, only thing I did was paid my cell phone bill and went live. And here I am today, West Coast Cowboy. That's crazy, right? That is crazy. Like, that is crazy. Zeke has a major endorsement with Nike. That's it. He ain't got nothing on TV. You tell me when you see Zeke on TV endorsing like Dannon yogurt or something. Zeke ain't got none of that. Like, Zeke ain't got no unless I'm missing a commercial that I ain't never seen before. Zeke ain't got no major endorsement deals. He got an endorsement deal with Nike that's not even a headline deal no more. A headline deal means they actually put a shoe with your name on it. He don't even have that no more. Remember, he had the Nike Flywires before he had the allegation. But he lost all that with the allegation. Remember, he had them Nike Flywire shoes. They were blue and silver. They were the Ezekiel shoes. Remember, Zeke even had his own clothing brand at one time called Feed Me. I brought $140 worth of that crap. And it all shrunk. I'm only mad because I spent $140. Not mad at you. You know what I'm saying? I'm just mad I spent the $440. He don't even sell that stuff no more. Zeke don't even sell that stuff no more. So, my thing is this, man. Dallas Cowboys, y'all need to value who you need to value, and you need to value who is putting value on the field, and that's Dak Prescott and Amari Cooper. You need to pay them boys, man. You need to stop playing around. Like, you gotta stop playing those things. You gotta stop playing around, man. You need to pay your quarterback. You need to pay your wide receiver. You know what I'm saying? You need to play those guys. And if you want to wait till next year, go ahead. The only thing it's going to do is drive the price up. And by driving the price up, you also make him available for the entire world. Right now, Dak is only available to you. And I'm going to tell you guys right now, with 9 teams possibly, I'm going to put it like there's going to be 9 teams that are going to be looking for quarterbacks next year. And 6 of them should be calling Dallas right now. Like, if I was the Bears, I would have called Dallas this year and would have been like, yo, I'll give you picks for Dak right now. Like, there are teams that should be calling the Dallas Cowboys right now as we speak. Obviously, the trade deadline's over, but I'm saying they should have been calling Dallas this year. Like, if you the Bears, you thinking, man, we are a boom bop kick away from going to the next round last year. Still got the same defense. All we away from a quarterback away. There are teams that should have been calling the Dallas boys this year for Dak. You know what I'm saying? And we up here talking about, we want him to play. And guess what? While the Dallas Cowboy fans are saying he should just play and finish and see how he does, guess what? 9 other teams in the NFL is like, yes, please, Dallas, just let him play and see how he does at the end of the year. Because regardless of how he does, it's better than what that dude did. And we know what we paying that dude. I bet you Tampa Bay is looking at their quarterback like, damn, y'all ain't paying Dak and we played that dude? Freaking Miami's like, y'all ain't trying to pay your quarterback and we traded for that dude and signed that dude? We got 2 quarterbacks and he's better than both together. That don't make no sense, fam. Let's see. Michael says Dak should have been done last year. Coop now. Yeah, Jerry don't know what he has. He don't. Remember, Jerry's the same. Stephen Jones is the same one that said Jerry Jones would love to draft his son, his grandson. That's what he said. Shay says Jerry just needs to take a back over because Stephen Jones doesn't know how valuable our players really are. And that's one. And I'm gonna be honest with you, Shay. I 100% agree with you. You wanna know why? Because Stephen Jones has never been the responsibility of winning a Super Bowl. That's why, like, Stephen Jones doesn't miss the luster and the eagerness to win a Super Bowl. You know why? Because he ain't never missed one before. You know what I'm saying? He never had it before. You know what I'm saying? Stephen Jones is a guy who Jerry Jones raised him to be very fiscally responsible. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you. Stephen Jones is really a unicorn. Because when you usually see guys whose parents were billionaires, they kids is usually spoiled little brats. You know what I'm saying? Who buy everything they freaking see. But Stephen Jones, man, he acted like one of my kids. Like, my kids, man, they got $14. They know exactly what it's gonna do. I can get this today, but I can't get that tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? No, I'm not gonna spend that on that. Why? Because then I'm only gonna have $9 and I can't do that. Wanna know why? Because they daddy ain't no billionaire. You know what I'm saying? They daddy ain't no billionaire. But Stephen Jones, Stephen Jones is more, we say this all the time. Stephen Jones is more and it makes sense. You want to know why? Because Stephen Jones is thinking this, man, when my daddy leaves, this is going to be my team for the next 50 years. Do I want to be financially strapped like my dad was for the last 20 years? That's what I honestly think that's the problem with Stephen Jones. And that is this. Stephen Jones really didn't, like, during the Super Bowl years, he wasn't at the position that he is right now. You know what I'm saying? The whole time he's in the position he's been right now, the Cowboys have been hurting for money. So that's all Stephen Jones knows. He's been in charge for the 2000s. And all he knows is in the 2000s, we've been broke. And not only have we been broke, but we've been giving a whole lot of money to players who never panned out. So now Stephen is like, I don't want to go back to that. Where Jerry Jones is like, I remember in the 90s, 10 years before that, when we were winning Super Bowls, and I want to go back to that. So you definitely have, a miscommunication somewhere. But I think it's on both of them. Shay says, let's be honest, Jerry would have already paid Dak and Cooper. I believe so too. But at the same time, it's like Jerry Jones still has to okay some of this stuff because, I'm going to be honest with you. I love my son and he'll be in charge of all my stuff when I'm old. But while I'm still on this earth, bruh, if it's my stuff, I still got the final word on it. And I believe it's the same way for Dallas. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never heard of a son telling his daddy what to do. You know what I'm saying? So at some point, Jerry Jones is still the head. His name is still on that deed. You know what I'm saying? So he ain't gave the team to his son yet. So at some time, daddy going to tell son, sit down and shut up. He might have to do that. Michael says, Steven grew up during the cap nightmare and is overcompensating now. Phenomenal comment. Absolutely. That's exactly what I'm saying, brother. That's exactly what I'm saying. He grew up during the cap era when we were just bad in cap, and his number one objective is to go back to that. To not be involved and back with that. And to be honest with you, I definitely think that Steven puts that over winning. I definitely believe he puts that over winning. Why? Because that's most presidents to him. You know what I'm saying? When he thinks about the 2000s, he thinks about being salary capped and stricken. That's what he doesn't want to be a part of. Now, it might have been glory years before that, but guess what? He didn't grow up in those times. Like, he wasn't a part of the Cowboys as involved in those times. You know what I'm saying? So what he knows is making sure it doesn't go back to what it just came from. And to be honest with you, if you go look at the payroll for the Super Bowl champions, for these guys, these teams who have won the Super Bowl in the last 5 to 6 years, it's high. You ain't winning no Super Bowl with no cheap team. Don't work that way. Jacob says, sounds like WEE, or never mind that other conference. Okay. Our friend said, Jacob said, freshmen can't not be the NFL draft. I don't know what y'all talking about. Cedric says, I think Dak and Cooper will get paid, but Byron Jones will get the end of the fork. I'm going to be honest with you, man. I think all three of them are in lieu of I mean, I'm just saying, if you look at history, history says that if Dak Prescott wants to be a Dallas Cowboy at a discount, then yes, the Cowboys would do it. But my only fear with Dak Prescott next year is if one of those 8 to 9 teams are really serious. Like, I'm going to just be real with you. If one of those teams is really serious about getting Dak Prescott, it could be weird next year. That's all I'm saying. It could be really weird. Because I'm going to tell you guys right now, think of this. Think if Zeke would have been a free agent. Think if Zeke would have been a free agent. Do you think the Dallas Cowboys would have gotten an all-out race money grab for Zeke? I don't think they would have. I don't think they would have. If you think about this, the Dallas Cowboys were telling you, the friends, that they were okay with Tony Pollard being the starting running back. Remember, the same team who told you that. After a couple preseason games. And I love Tony P. He barely playing. That's what they were telling us, remember? So, yeah, it's hard for me to believe that that's going to happen. It's hard for me to believe that Jerry Jones is going to let Dak Prescott go get a Super Bowl, and then he's going to be so happy with a Super Bowl that he's going to say, Dak, I'm going to give you whatever number you want because you got me this one Super Bowl. No, what I sound like, they're going to be like, well, damn, if we won a Super Bowl with you only making $2 million, well, why do we need to pay you $35 million? What's up, Wendy? I ain't seen you in a minute. What's up, sis? Like, I want to know, like, why wouldn't Jerry Jones say that? Well, Dak, if we won a Super Bowl with a quarterback only making $2 million, why do we need to pay a quarterback $35 million? What's wrong with him saying that? What's wrong with him saying that? You wanna know why? Because it's realistic that he would say something like that. The exact same thing he said about Zeke when he said, oh, we don't need a NFL leading rusher to win a Super Bowl. Remember, he's the same one that said that statement too. You know what I'm saying? So, man, I'm going to tell y'all right now, I feel really good about this game on Sunday. I definitely feel the Dallas Cowboys have the tools to go out there and win this thing. I definitely think it's going to start in the air, led by one Dak Prescott. I think these cornerbacks are trash. I think the secondary is just as trash. And I think the Dallas Cowboys should have a really good job of exploiting these guys. I think it's going to be an effective, big game. And I think the Dallas Cowboys should come out with the dub, man. But you guys already know what it is, man. Never look down because the star's up. Peace.